Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to our GKRB Online. This is the third video of your second chapter, the establishment of company power. Okay. In yesterday class, we had learned or we had discussed about how did the Britishers, the East India Company, they had the rivalry with French, Dutch, and Portuguese, and they were able. They were succeed toward set up a industrial business, or you can say factories in India. After that, the Britishers were wars with Indian rulers, and they were started to conquer the Indian territory. Okay, today we will discuss about two major events. Okay, the Britishers through the major war, through the battle, they were got success toward conquering India from the Bengal. Okay, so and today's topic is what Battle of Plassey, which was fought in 1757. Okay, among Britishers and Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal, after the Battle of Buxar, which was fought in 1764 between Britishers and Mir Qasim and Siraj-ud-Dowla. Okay, so let's start from the Battle of Plassey, which was fought in 1757. Okay, so listen carefully what was the condition of Battle of Plassey. How did the Britishers made war against Nawab of Bengal, who Siraj-ud-Dowla. Okay, so the Carnatic experience of Britishers, because they were involved in war against the other trading companies like French trading companies, Portuguese trading companies, and Dutch companies. They were fought between them in Carnatic wars. There were three Carnatic wars took place: the first Carnatic war, second Carnatic, and third Carnatic wars. Or you can say these three wars were also known as the trade wars between the companies, and in that Carnatic war, Britishers were got victory from other trading communities. Okay, so the Carnatic experience of Britishers, and they were able to make them more ambitious. They were wanted to occupy more Indian territory for their business administrations, for their expand their business. So they were ambitious during that time. Got it? After that, now they fix their eyes on Bengal, because Bengal is a huge area. Bengal is a you can say good marketplace. So that's why the Britishers gave their eyes to conquest over Bengal. Okay, at that time Ali Khan was the ruler of Bengal, or you can say Nawab of Bengal. After he died in 1756, who? Ali Khan. Okay, Siraj-ud-Dowla ascended the throne of Bengal. Who? Siraj-ud-Dowla ascended the throne of Bengal. Okay, the Nawab wanted to cut the growing power of the Britishers. Means the Nawab, who Siraj-ud-Dowla, wanted to limit the powers of the Britishers. Got it? That's why he was willing to let them stay as traders, but not as masters. Okay, the Britishers wanted to show them masters in Bengal. That's why the Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal, gave them permission to stay there as traders, and gave them gave them with the tax burden of trading activities. But the Britishers were disobey the permission, you can say, permission or talk of Siraj-ud-Dowla. Okay, and they didn't pay the taxes to the Nawab. Okay, trading taxes to the Nawab. That's why, for the conquering purpose of Bengal, the Britishers were made a war battle against Siraj-ud-Dowla in the year of 1757, and this war known as Battle of Plassey. Got it? So the Nawab captured Calcutta in 1756. After that, the Britishers also fought with Nawab, and they were recaptured what Calcutta, which nowadays Calcutta is a what marketplace, means the developed marketplace during ancient time. Okay, so the Britishers regain or recapture what Calcutta in 1757. Okay, these activities or this performance of Siraj-ud-Dowla as well as what Britishers rise a war between them, that was what Battle of Plassey. Okay. So the Britishers schemed to what dispose Siraj-ud-Dowla and put their own man on the throne instead, because if they were able to set their man in the throne of Bengal, then it will be beneficial to them. To them means to Britishers. That's why they were what wanted to dispose Siraj-ud-Dowla and put their own man on the throne of Bengal. Got it? Robert Clive has a plot and won over Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of the Nawab's army during Battle of Plassey. Mir Jafar, okay, means Robert Clive, he had a plan, and in that plan, Mir Jafar, the commander-chief of Nawab's army, he was defeated, or you can say that the Mir Jafar was accepted the proposal of Robert Clive. Okay, then the British forces defeated the Nawab of Plassey on 23rd June. On 23rd June, at Battle of Plassey, the Nawab was captured and killed by the Britishers, and the Britishers made Mir Jafar the Nawab of Bengal, because they always wanted that put their man in the throne of Bengal for their business purposes, and they were wanted to be the master of Bengal. That's why after they were defeated Nawab of Bengal Siraj-ud-Dowla in the Battle of Plassey on 23rd June 1757. After that, the Britishers made Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, the Mir Jafar, the new Nawab, could not meet their ever increasing demands. Means Mir Jafar had to stay in the control of Britishers. Okay, the Mir Jafar didn't do any welfare work for the people of Bengal. That's why Mir Jafar wanted to free from the control of Britishers. Okay, the British therefore disposed him and made Mir Qasim the next Nawab, because Mir Jafar, you can say that Mir Jafar started a revolution or cold war against the Britishers, because Mir Jafar didn't do any work as his wish for the welfare, for the development of Bengal. That's why Mir Jafar always against of Britishers. Okay, so the Britishers disposed Mir Jafar and they put Mir Qasim as the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, the new Nawab granted the Jamindari of the districts of Burdwan, Midnapur and Chittagong to the company. Means through Mir Qasim, the Nawab of Bengal, the new Nawab of Bengal after Mir Jafar. Okay, the Britishers were able to gain the Jamindari system in Burdwan, then Midnapur and Chittagong, and by this Jamindari system they were able to collect taxes as well as they were set up their or establish their marketplace in that particular areas. Okay, so a great war fought between what Siraj-ud-Dowla, you can say Siraj-ud-Dowla and Britishers in 1757. This famous war was known as Battle of Plassey, and through the Battle of Plassey the Britishers were able to conquest over Bengal. Got it? After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, okay, Mir Qasim was the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, in the leadership of, you can say, Mir Qasim, as like Mir Jafar, Mir Qasim also wanted to free himself from the Britishers. Okay, he strengthened his position at the court, then trained his armies in European style and abolished all duties on internal state, because he was also wanted free himself from the British control as like Mir Jafar. That's why first he made strongest to his army first. Okay, he trained his armies in European style like the Britishers were trained their armies. Okay, then this type of activity what practiced by Mir Qasim, it hurts the Britishers, because they didn't wanted to Mir Qasim do work against Britishers. Okay, that's why the Britishers were fought war against with Mir Qasim in the year of 1764. Okay, and the battle is known as Battle of Buxar. Okay, Mir Qasim formed an alliance with Siraj Ud-Dola, who was the Nawab of Bengal during Battle of Plassey. After that, he was imposed by the Britishers. Okay, he was imposed by the Britishers, and Mir Jafar was the new Nawab of Bengal. Okay, so Mir Qasim made an alliance, made a group with Siraj Ud-Dola, because Siraj Ud-Dola also worked against of British East India Company. That's why Mir Qasim and Siraj Ud-Dola made an alliance against the Britishers. Okay. Then the Nawab of Awadh and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II also joined in that alliance. The three rulers fought the British forces at Buxar on 22nd October 1764. When 22nd October 1754. Mir Qasim, Siraj Ud-Dola, then Nawab of Awadh and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. These four rulers were fought war against the Britishers in the Battle of Buxar in 1764 on 22nd October. Okay. Then the British, however, defeated the combined forces. Means the Britishers also got victory from these four rulers in Battle of Buxar. Means the Bengal was totally under control the Britishers after the Battle of Buxar. Now it was the time to consolidation of British rule in Bengal, because the Britishers got back-to-back victory in Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar in 1757 and in 1764. So now it was the time of Britishers to make strong administration in Bengal, to make strong their government in Bengal. That's why the Britishers would establish a dual or double form of government in Bengal and divide the powers and functions of the government, because Bengal was a big province or big territory. That's why the Britishers established a dual form of government there, and also they divided the powers of the government in different organs, in different departments. Okay. Then the company placed revenue and military also in Bengal. The most important components under its direct control, the Nawab was to run the general administration with the little amount that he got from the company. Okay, means the Nawab was there, but under control the Britishers. The Nawab received or got some financial support from the Britishers. Got it? After that, under this arrangement, the British had the manpower or military power and revenues, means collected revenues, but no responsibility. The Nawab had the responsibility but no power and no source of income. Means they got they set up a Nawab in the throne of Bengal, but the actual powers controlled by the Britishers. The Nawab had no powers and no income. Got it? Like a doll, like a statue, the Nawab was set up in the throne of Bengal. Okay, after that the dual government was ended by the Britishers. Okay, the dual system was the cause of many miseries of the people. Means there was no what correlation with cooperation, or you can say good correlation with dual government system. The peoples were suffering a lot by this type of situation, this type of government. Okay, so the administration and economy collapsed. The administration means the ruling system, and the, you can say, the economic condition of Britishers were collapsed, because the dual government system was not much more successful in that time. Okay, the new Governor General Warren Hastings, who actively ruled over India as a viceroy from 1772 from 1785 Common Era, put an end to this system. Means Warren Hastings ended the dual government system in Bengal. Okay, he brought Bengal under the direct and complete control of the company. After Warren Hastings ended the dual governmental system in Bengal, the Bengal Warren Hastings gave direct control over Bengal. Okay, the Nawab was deposed. Means Mir Qasim was deposed. After that, the British thus established their supremacy in the east. Means the British were able to establish their supremacy over Bengal, over east. Okay. After that, after the conquest of Bengal, Britishers were fought many wars with the Indian rulers, and they were tried to expand their powers in the territory of India. That's why many wars were fought between Indian rulers and British power. Okay, so major war is here. So major wars as in your textbook, that were the Mysore War. The Mysore War, first Mysore War was fought between the Britishers, okay, and the Mysore ruler in 1767 to 1769. Means there are 4 Mysore War was fought between Britishers and Indian rule. How many? 4. Okay, the first Mysore War, which was fought between 1767 to 69. Then second Mysore was fought between 1780 to 1784. Then third Mysore War also took place in 1990 to 92, 1792. After that, the 4 Mysore War was fought between 1700. War was fought in 1799. The Maratha rulers were also involved in war matters with the Britishers, because at that time the Maratha were the you can say the strongest power, strongest ruler who they were ruled over India. So the Marathas were also involved in the war matters, war activity with the Britishers. Okay, so the Maratha wars were also fought. The first Maratha war was fought between 1775 to 82. After that, second Maratha war was fought between 803 to 805. After that, the third Maratha war was fought between 1817 to 1888. Okay, among these, the Mysore was what gave a historical impact to the Britishers to the Indian territory. So our last topic is about Mysore wars. Okay, so under Governor General Warren Hastings, the British clashed twice with Hyder Ali. In the first war, okay, in first war, the Britishers clashed or fought with Hyder Ali, you can say the ruler of Mysore. Okay, in the first war, Hyder Ali defeated the English. In the first war, the Britishers got defeated from Hyder Ali, from the ruler of Mysore. Okay, and the Britishers were forced to sign a treaty with Hyder Ali. Okay, during second war, the Nizam and the Marathas sided with the English. The Nizam of Oudh, you can say that. Okay, then the Maratha sided with the English. Hyder Ali had also died by then. His son Tipu Sultan, the son of Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan, fought the British. The second war remained what? Indecisive. Means there was no result of second war. During the third war, the Nizam and the Marathas joined hands with the British against Mysore. Again, the Nizam and the Marathas joined together, means they created an alliance and fought against the Britishers in third war. Tipu Sultan was defeated and forced to sign the what? Treaty of Srirangapatnam in 1792. So in third Mysore war, Tipu Sultan got defeated from the Britishers and what? Forced or pushed to sign a treaty of Srirangapatnam in 1792. One half of Tipu's possessions were shared by the three allies. The fourth war started in 1799. Fourth Mysore war started in 1799. The British wanted Tipu to acknowledge their sovereignty, to acknowledge their supremacy over Mysore, but Tipu refused. But the Tipu Sultan was refused the proposal of the Britishers. Okay, with the help of the Nizam, the British attacked Tipu, who died defending his capital Srirangapatnam. Means in the fourth Mysore war, Tipu Sultan got defeated because the Nizam helped the Britishers to capture Mysore, and in that war, in the fourth Mysore war, the Tipu Sultan got defeated as well as killed by the Britishers. Okay, now the Britishers were masters of Mysore also. Okay, in the beginning they were conquest Bengal. After that, the Mysore was a major marketplace for them. That's why they were attacked Mysore and what? Got victory over Mysore. Tipu Sultan, the king of Mysore, was defeated. After that, it had taken them 32 years to what? Capture Mysore and Bengal. So this type of activities, the type of what? War activity shown by the Britishers to control over Bengal and Mysore, and in that time Bengal and Mysore were the major what? Marketplace, and the Britishers what? Always wanted to set up their business, okay, drain the wealth from India, so they were started from Bengal and from Mysore. So this is all about your chapter, that how did the Britishers, how did the European companies were visited India for their business purposes. After that they were what? Able to establish their business in India. After they were followed the ideology of what? Imperialism, where nations were totally control over another nations, or a nation what? Totally show the supremacy over a other nation. So the Britishers followed the ideology of imperialism. After that what? They were set up their business in India, in Bengal, and they were started to conquest, occupying the Indian territory from Bengal to Mysore. Okay, I hope you all understood the topics, you all understood the chapters very well. In our next class we will discuss a new chapter of your geography, that is what? Land, then soil and water, the major natural resources. Got it? Thank you. Have a nice day.